Exactly 10 minutes after 7. Ever wondered why airplanes are able to fly without colliding or running into each other? It is because the pilots get help from a group of experts called air traffic controllers. This category of aviation workers prevent collision between aircraft by maintaining an orderly flow of air traffic. Their duties are extremely important in ensuring the safety of our airspace. But guess what? They are not as popular as the pilots and other frontline staff we meet at the airport. Today, however, is a day set aside to celebrate them. It's Air Traffic Controllers Day, and I've been joined in studio by Dan Nate, who is the president of Air Traffic Controllers Association, and Samuel Atta Owusu, deputy president, Air Traffic Controllers Association, to discuss how to ensure safety in our aviation sector and also talk about an upcoming conference for air traffic controllers. I'm extremely grateful that they're here this morning to tell us about what they do. So good morning and thank you for coming.
Good morning.
Thank you. Is your office like this? Check this out.
Yes.
Is that how it looks?
Sort of.
Okay. So what do you guys do exactly?
Actually, we can provide separation between the aircrafts. It's a science and an art together. You have to make sure the aircraft are safe and you're flowing orderly and expeditiously, and you make it more efficient as possible. You can see the safe side will be more of a science side, but both these three components are not complementary in each other. So this brings out the art part of it.
Okay.
So basically, you have to put them under. If science will permit, like people will do, it's the coordinate axis, but we have a time-related one. You can put one on the x-axis, the y-axis, the z-axis, but all these have a time-related. So you're going to think more of a four-dimensional thinking than the usual. I'll let this one be first, let's this one be second. You have to play that. That's where the complementary aspects don't match, and you have to do the artwork.
Is our airspace that busy, Ghana's airspace?
Sure it is.
How busy is it?
It's getting busier by the day because the traffic keeps increasing year after year with the local participators coming in, like the Starbus, the rest of them. Yeah, the traffic, and then the international ones too coming with the cargo increasing, and the well-established airlines who come in year after year. Some increasing their flights, the number of flights within the week.
Okay.
Yeah. So
sometimes you see an aircraft, just hovering around, not landing. What's that situation?
That means it has really gotten to a point that it needs to land, and something that's happening. Either the runway is not cleared enough for it to land. So most of the times that happens, and sometimes it can be technical.
Is that controlled by you?
Yes, it's controlled by us.
Okay.
We have three forms of, three areas where we do the control. We have the area, the approach, and then the tower.
Area, approach, and the tower.
The tower takes care of all aircraft within its vicinity, around the airport. The approach deals with aircraft 60 nautical miles from the airport, aircraft approaching to land and those taking off. And then the area control deals with aircraft overflying Accra, or maybe overflying Ghana. So some too flying into Ghana before getting to the 16 nautical miles. So you can see we have a big chunk of an airspace. Ghana and about 10 times the size of Ghana into the ocean. Those times we used to control the airspaces for Togo and Benin, but now it has changed. They are controlling their own airspace.
So you sit here and control their airspace for them? Okay. I mean, how is that? Are you able to see their airport from here?
Yes, air traffic control started actually as one of those noble, humble professions, and then it grew based on the needs of the public. What actually happens here is we use equipment. It's one of the most sophisticated softwares.
What we have in Ghana?
Well, yes,
okay.
The radar is one of the most sophisticated softwares ever written. And this software is able to kind of, you pick the aircraft on on your scope.
Okay.
Well, without that, you usually, those times we used to do the procedural, where you need to do the calculations yourself. based on the speed of the aircraft and the information given to you by the pilot, you're able to judge where this man is or where this man is relative to the other one, whether they can cross safely or you need to put one above the other or you need to separate them to other directions so as to achieve that a safe flight.
Sure. Any accidents this year, 2015?
Accidents.
As a result of...
We have incidents, not accidents.
Oh, that's how... Okay, so
Sure.
what are your incidents? I mean, some of just the major ones.
Oh, not really. Like, not the major one. I said that one just happened recently with Istanbul.
That was crash landing.
Yeah, it's an incident, not really an accident.
But was it as a result of something that
From
air
us?
traffic?
Not really.
Yeah, so
No.
I'm talking about something directly linked to what you do.
No,
Air
we
traffic
haven't recorded. No.
Air traffic related incidents, a few. I mean, for what you see, you don't really get to hear much. No, the aircraft is the air transport industry is one of the most safest. Over 1 millionth a chance of having an accident. You know, when you have a million flights, you're only going to have about one, and that is even less than that. So you can see it's more safe. And Ghana, we also doing it very, very safe. We have the equipment, we have the trained personnel that can do it. We're really doing it.
Have we had, because, we've been following international media and sometimes an aircraft just gets lost. Have we recorded anything of the sort in Ghana?
Within our area?
Yes.
No.
Not in Ghana.
Okay, so no missing aircraft.
No missing aircraft.
How about aircraft entering our territories unannounced?
An aircraft will not be able to depart from its origin without filing a flight plan. You have a flight plan is you need to put in everything about your flight, where you're going to pass, the possible aerodromes you're going to land on when there's an incident and anything. So before you start your flight, it's announced. And you need permits to go through all these airspaces. So you just can't wake up and just fly to.
So we don't have strangers coming in?
You don't have strangers.
Unexpected people coming in?
You don't.
But when I think there was an incident between Russia and Ukraine, something of the sort, which ended up with an airplane being shot down.
Yeah,
So somebody cannot
military.
fly into your zone.
We're talking about military
Military.
might in this side, in
Okay.
this sense. And yeah, like you said, you just don't fly into anybody's airspace. You need permission.
Okay.
So when that doesn't happen, then there's something wrong. And the military, they don't take chances. So,
Yeah.
but with a civil aircraft, hardly does it happen.
Okay.
Yeah, like you said, you set up your flight plan, you go through a process of being permitted to enter every airspace that you're planning to do. So that's it.
What kind of school do you have to go to qualify to be the professionals that you are today?
First, you just start with a degree and a science background.
Okay.
Because you need more of your maths and then your geography. But it's not fully geography. You need your physics, your maths, your calculation, your distance time calculations, and the velocity calculations. That's what you need basically. And then when you get into the profession, you are trained. Because it's not like other professions where you go to the market to buy. You can just get a degree on that. You have to go through some training, and it's more security also related. So you can't say, I'm just going to become an air traffic controller, I step in and then, no, you need to work for a country, and the country security comes into play here. So they look at all those things before.
Okay.
Yeah, you get
So this is more like a security zone.
basically.
But your job is so important. Are you well taken care of? Because I remember sometime last year, you guys, went on strike.
It was a reduction in service, right?
Yes.
A reduction in service.
What does that mean?
We wanted some technical issues to be addressed, and it all borders on safety. So we pushed a little to have that thing addressed.
Did
and
it happen?
Yeah, you could see the way they reacted to it, and it was good.
So what kind of improvement
Transport
has that?
Ministry did.
How is it reflecting in your work?
Actually, it's more about our training, equipment, provision, and all those things, and some of the things that would bother safety.
But it's a shame, isn't it, that you had to call a certain action before safety equipment were provided, more like.
Yeah, that is the system sometimes. You need to push harder to get your things through. So that is what happened. But like you said, we are happy things are getting better.
But are you well taken care of? I mean,
we wish it could
remuneration
get
and
better.
all.
We wish it becomes better.
Well, what are the challenges with the job?
A lot. Stress, like you just said. You have very fast machines crisscrossing each other. Like when people come on the sketch, I always tell them, air traffic controllers are like traffic lights on ground, human traffic lights.
Okay.
Yeah, what it means is, what do I mean by that? You have, when you picture what you have on ground, the traffic light, one will have to be stopped for the other to go. But in the air, it doesn't happen that way. Once they get to the point where they have to cross, one must be up, one must be down. And
One must be up, one must be down.
I mean,
One should be put behind another one.
Separated from each other.
Okay.
Yes.
But,
So that
but
is our
in this
job.
case, it's not the pilot who decides who is up and who is down.
No.
That's
Someone
It's up to
decides
us,
it on
That's where
ground.
we come in.
You know, the pilot will fly his aircraft, hoping to get to his destination. Every pilot is doing that. So you need somebody on ground who take all the informations, because this part is optimal for me. I like this part. I want to fly this part. The wind is helping me. So why should I get off? Because it's going to help my company save fuel, it's going to save everything. I'll get to my destination faster. So this man also has the same objective. So you can see that everybody has his objective, and then there's going to be a conflict. So you need somebody on ground to be able to resolve these conflicts when they happen in a more expeditious way.
To add to that, you are in Tamale now. I'm in Accra. We all want to. You want to come to Accra, have to go to Tamale. So at some point, our aircraft will have to cross each other. You get a picture now.
Yeah.
Before they cross.
It is that, you know, if I'm going from Kokomlimle to Accra Central, I
That's
know
right.
the routes that I will go on.
Exactly.
Is there a certain route?
Yes.
But is it marked? Because they are just flying.
They are
They are
marked.
marked by radio waves.
Yeah, they are marked routes. And how do we get the routes? We get the routes by some equipment on ground, and then from the equipment on ground, when you drive past the motorway, on your right hand side, you know where the aircraft approach to land. You see a red and white structure there. It's one of those equipments. So these equipments are omnidirectional, and then they provide radio waves in all directions. So you know your bearing from one. Whichever direction you are. So this link to another equipment, and then links to another equipment. So you fly on a particular bearing onto that equipment. However, with the increased technology or improved technology in air traffic control, we using the satellite more. So you can fly any route without basing yourself on those equipments. You can fly an equipment because you know that the GPS is going to give you an accurate path, your position. So you can fly one position to the other without not necessarily going all this way to get to where you're going. You can fly direct routes. And the radar also provides that. We see you, we're able to identify the aircraft on the radar, and we say, okay, fine, you can fly this direction to this direction directly. And that's one of those enhancements that is saving fuel, saving for the airlines too. Yes.
Okay, so one of your challenges you mentioned is stress because of the way the work is. What else?
Increasing workload with the increasing in traffic, and the numbers.
Okay, because I was just going to ask, is there room for more professionals in your area?
Yes. There is room, but like you said, you need to be trained. So sometimes the aging and then the filling in, there's always a gap. So that is why we have some stress, but it's catching up this time. We have some young ones now who are being trained.
Okay.
Yes.
And in air traffic control, you need to be able to really size the staff and then the equipment. When the sizing fails, then it becomes a problem. You know, when you can understaff, and then sometimes we say you need a half person to help. You don't really need the whole body there, but you need somebody to do something immediately for you at just a particular time, and that is all. Yeah, so we sometimes say we need a half person. It's just like the till in economics when they say when you put too many people behind the machine to check out, you know, there's this kind of frustration and this crashing of heads and stuff. So you really need the right balance between.
So where can we place your situation? Are you overstaffed? Are you understaffed?
Currently
Under?
Yes.
Okay, but the people who hired you, what are they saying?
We have a process where we go through to hire people, and I think there's a process now. There's some hiring going on now. Yes.
How's the salary like? I mean, is it good? Does it take you home?
To drive you by the tractor home. It will carry you home to your doorstep.
But it can't enter.
Yeah, sometimes entering is difficult.
Yeah. But you know, we have a lot of labor issues. How do you get yours resolved? I mean, do you have a union, for instance? I know you have an association, but do you have a union?
Yes, the Ghana Air Traffic Controller Association kind of always negotiate on behalf of the Ghana Air Traffic Controllers. And predominantly the workers are workers of civil aviation. So, but we have some other military people joining and other past controllers, but most of the times we negotiate with the management. And the management has been good enough to listen to us. You know, sometimes we have issues though, but we try to work it out, and it's been working. I mean, there's a good relationship between the management and then staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that conference of yours. We will come and talk about one of my producers, Abla, and I were looking at the worst airports. Wow. And I thought I would see Ghana in there, but surprisingly, this was compiled by CNN. I think it's the top best airports and the top worst airports. I'll come to what you think. Because I thought we had one of the worst, actually.
Did you see us in the?
No.
In the list?
So I was surprised. I mean,
so we are in between.
But I want to know where you place. But let's talk about your conference, the upcoming conference.
Yes,
what's that all about?
We have a mother union, and it's a International Federation of Air Traffic Controllers. It was formed with the objective that all air traffic control issues are the same. You know, you come to realize that it's based on need, and as the need grows, you have problems with the needs. What happened was, if you look at the airborne equipment, and then the ground, the terrestrial equipment, you can see there's always, it's not matching. Aircraft development is very, very fast as compared to its complementary ground-based equipment. And then ground-based equipment, you're talking about training, we're talking about all those things coming in. So we realized, air traffic controllers worldwide realized that it's an issue for all air traffic controllers. When it's a salary issue in Ghana, it's a salary issue in the US. Whereas traffic stress management issue in Ghana is the same in the US. So we came together as a unit to form the International Federation of Air Traffic Controllers, and basically to address issues, evolving issues in the air transport industry, and then the challenging issues to the profession as well. So every day, 20th, like this today as Air Traffic Controllers Day, coming 28th, we all going to meet at the International Conference Center.
Okay. So this is the world?
This is Africa and the Middle East.
Okay.
And then
Africa and the Middle East.
Yeah, Africa and the Middle East. So we'll be meeting at the conference center, and the theme for the conference is providing an enabling environment for air navigation. We're looking at what are stakeholders doing to kind of help in having an efficient air traffic industry. So that is what we're looking at. So we're bringing all stakeholders on board to come and then discuss this issue and how we can improve these issues too in Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, now let's go over this list I was telling you about. It's on the screens now. It's behind you, it's beside you. What are the worst airports for 2015? But what do you think? What are your worst airports?
Yeah, just like you said, if we didn't see it, then we are in between.
No, I mean, but what's your own list? Give me your own list.
For the West Airport.
Yes.
Wow.
You know, you need to travel a lot of
But
them.
I'm sure you guys have been, otherwise, is it the radar? You see other places.
Yes, we see other places, but as you know, we try to really travel to the nice ones than the worst ones. So we are unable to say much about the West.
What do you think about Ghana's airport? Really?
It's average.
We are trying.
It's what?
It's average.
It's
doing
average.
good, yes.
Yeah, we are trying.
Okay.
And with the new developments and then the new plans they have, we know we can get somewhere. We know we can get somewhere. Yes,
Because a lot of projects going on.
we know we can get somewhere.
Really?
Yes.
Are we looking, I mean, what do you know? Are we expanding?
We are expanding. And I think by 2020, they should finish with everything that they're doing. And we're going to have a good airport. Yes.
Okay. On the list, there's Nigeria's Port Harcourt is featured prominently. And Fred, please take me up so that we can just look at because they've done, okay, so they say traveling through Nigeria's Port Harcourt International Airport anytime soon. Sorry for your lack. The African terminal received the unfortunate distinction of being named world's worst airport in 2015 by travel website The Guide to Sleeping in Airports. They say some of their guards sleep on duty.
Wow, that must be too.
Have you been to the Port Harcourt Airport?
Not me.
No.
Okay, but are you surprised?
Abuja, I was surprised. Well, it depends on the people and the supervision at that point.
Okay.
Maybe it so happened that
If it's so
whilst reporting, that was the issue.
No. This please come down a bit so I can read this. Okay. So the survey asked flyers to identify the worst airports and best aviation terminals. It attracted some 26,297 qualifying responses. Wow. So this is not just like a reporter who's reporting. Okay. But let's go up and let's see as they've named it, because it's in numbers down there somewhere. Okay, so that's the list. Worst airports of 2015. You have Port Harcourt, King Abdulaziz International Airport,
Saudi Arabia.
Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. I was surprised actually, but maybe if we saw the details of the questionnaire, that will put other people.
You need to get the pointers to.
Yeah. But okay, so these are some of the cities that are very strange to us in Ghana. We might not want to go there, but let's look at the best airport of 2015, which is also just down there. The best is down. Best airport of 2015. Let's go down to the real list. Okay, Shanghai International Airport. Have you been there? I mean, have you seen the airport in Singapore? But there's no African country. I was making the argument that maybe South Africa should have been there.
Yeah, sure. It's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
But you say we are average.
We are average.
Would we ever get to the best?
Getting to the best would demand more investment.
Okay.
Yes. You know, all these airports you can see the government backing when it comes to such airports. And then because of the frequency, they're able to generate that revenue. So Ghana actually is fortunate when it comes to positioning. We form a natural hub. It's only that we need more development in that sector. Okay. Yes.
All right.
You know, you can fly from Ghana everywhere in 12 hours and you can get to your position over the globe.
Yeah.
Yes. So it forms a natural hub.
Okay. So today is your day. I mean, what do you expect from ordinary Ghanaians such as myself?
Yes.
What do you want us to do for you?
To appreciate what we do. Yeah. Like your Smart said, we are always behind the scenes, but today we want to come out for you to hear from us. Yeah, what we do. People come to the airport, they only know of immigration, security.
It's true.
Yeah, but there are guys up there who are making the place run.
Yeah. So, and you guys don't take $1, do you? No, because we don't even see you.
You don't see me to give me anything.
The pilots we talk to, we don't even see
them.
Amazing.
So some days like that, when we have days like that, we try to get the pilots around. We talk. Oh, so you did this the last time, you did that the last time, you know, so that we can trash out issues, and it's nice.
All right. Okay, we wish you, you know, the best today. Have fun, enjoy your day, and we recognize you. I appreciate the fact that you could make it here.
Thank you
so much, my guests. Yeah, Dan Nate, President of Air Traffic Controllers Association, and Samuel Atta Owusu, who's Deputy President also of the Air Traffic Controllers Association. We've been talking about their day. Stay with us. One more day to celebrate, and Sep Kwame Boateng is also here with us today. Stay with us.